You'll be like coming.
When the game needs a voice.
Rob for president. That one, no, we are going with it.
It speaks right here on MSW, on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Right, so football has once again reminded us why it is the greatest show on earth. I mean, the World Cup semi-final packed with passion, the intensity, the drama. As you heard now, Thomas Tukel, the England manager, talk about the battle with Argentina for a place in the biggest match in football. Now, there were tactical masterstrokes. There were also moments of individual brilliance and plenty of talking points that will be debated for years and years to come. But the conversation doesn't end with the football. And as we mentioned yesterday, that bold new territory announcing the blockbuster halftime show for the final at the MetLife Stadium with global superstars including Justin Bieber, Shakira, BTS, Madonna and Burna Boy, who's set to perform alongside the beloved characters from Sesame Street and the Muppets, you name it. The spectacle sparking fierce debate. I mean, is this a groundbreaking evolution of football's biggest event, or is it just borrowing too heavily from the American sports entertainment? What impact could and this is the important part, about the impact of that extended halftime interval have not on the people that want to watch a concert, but I'm talking about the players now, the coaches, the game itself. So we've brought somebody to unpack it all. One of football's sharpest tactical minds, a man who also coached across Europe, Africa, and Asia, and never shies away from giving an honest opinion. And that is why joining us now is the veteran football coach, Muhsin Ertugral, as we review the England-Argentina Classic and also examine that FIFA halftime show that is the football world talking. So, Coach Muhsin Ertugral, thank you for your time. I know you're busy and traveling. Welcome to the show.
Thanks very much, Robert. Always great to hear your voice. Good evening to you and to the listeners.
Well, it's great and a pleasure chatting to you, Muhsin. Your assessment of that England-Argentina semi-final, did it live up to your expectations?
Obviously, the last 20 minutes for sure. I think the first half time it was very emotional, and it was very expected that this game gonna be very hard in 1-against-1 situations. And but the second half, obviously, I understand Thomas very well. He took a decision that maybe that has been criticized left, right, and center at the moment, and they see him as a main culprit, but it was very understandable. After 1-0, I have a different background on it, view on it. I think understandable that after 1-0 leading, the team dropped the ball position of 12%. I looked very quickly into it, and that looked at very actually difficult for them, and they were pushed backwards. So he wanted to get another defender in, actually and these defenders then they went to a back five. And obviously they forget about to stop the crosses coming in. And the crosses came in, and then it was very, very difficult to handle that, the second balls. And the pressure mounted very much deeper. So they went probably too early to go defensively back. But it looked also the first balls was not organized. And then you could see there was he doesn't want to say that, but I think when you analyze that properly, Jude Bellingham was in the defensive line by the corner. And he should have been on I'm sure that the defensive organization on this, the coaches are very, very clear on that. And I think you could see from his face, he came a little bit too late out to the shot around outside the box. And I think that's Bellingham's zonal decision. He came too late. And obviously Thomas will take that for him. The second goal, obviously, you have to close Messi down, and you cannot allow such a player to give those type of crosses. And in the end, a team that, for me, will always come back, has always this, let me say, never dying behavior, because these guys are coming from street in Argentina, and they will never give up. And obviously, you could see that in the end.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting, though, the tactical battles, Coach. I don't know for you, ultimately, which of the tactical battles ultimately decided the outcome of the match?
It was the beginning of England was actually very good. I find that, but it was a mid-block. Both teams were actually analyzing each other very well, and they actually eliminated each other very well. But in the end, obviously, the emotions comes in and the pressure, and the game it was too early. The 1-0 came up too early, and I think the plan B for me, the plan B is always easy to say, but the players are down. They have so much emotions. And obviously they wanted to defend that, because looking into the history of England is 60 years they never went to the final. So all these elements you need to take in consideration. That it's easy to point fingers to one person, and I said he was tactically completely wrong. Yes, he was in a certain way. He's thinking. We understand, but also obviously I think also the players has to come to the party when the tactical measures are not being applied. We all know that we had the same situation with many teams as well. They take the wrong decisions. Sometimes the corners come in, and the defensive line wants to have a certain player away from a certain area and close the certain area what they think going to be a problem, and that actually is opening up another gap.
Coach, I know that because of the limited time, I wanted to ask you about this final, because that's happening on Sunday. That halftime festival and the concert that's going on, what does it do to football players? What does it do to everybody that's involved from a footballing side?
Yeah, it does. It does affect the players. You must see that obviously the whole World Cup is about advertising. I think even the water breaks makes you looking into that. You can see that it drops every time. You have a momentum in the game. This is a momentum game. And the momentum many times has been cancelled. That's the first thing. Second, scientific way, I think it's not more than 15 minutes should be, because in the end you go to the dressing room and coming back again, you need to warm up completely. So it's again another momentum actually lost. So it's been difficult for the players. It's more, let me say that the surroundings of football was more important than actually the players. And I always feel a bit of the injury that can impact the players. So they need to be in the dressing room, then probably have an activation again. Can they handle it? Sure, they can handle it, but the activation is never that what is expected to be delivered on the field. So you might also see in the second half a little bit less, let me say, intensity.
I mean, is this bound to become a norm, though, as at future FIFA tournaments, or is this just a once-off because, hey, guess what? We are in the United States of America.
I think it was more important to show surroundings, and I just wish that a lot of things are not going to be adopted to the next tournaments. I know that Euro is not going to happen, the next Euro in England. That will be, again, pure football. Well, let's see what FIFA comes up with the World Cup in Spain, Morocco, and Portugal. I don't think so that will be adopted. We will see probably back to the football that we know.
From a coaching perspective now, both the sets of coaches from Spain and also from Argentina, they would know about this 20-minute halftime break, or even 30 minutes, I think it would probably be in the end. What would their main focus be now in trying to keep the players fully tuned into the game? If maybe the one team is down 2-0, they need to focus, keep warm, stay hydrated. What do you do in that 30 minutes now?
Yeah, it is a quite interesting thing. I think they have themselves only never experienced that. So also for them it's a bit, but they have a lot of. I think the question what you're asking me now, I was just went into my mind and say, but you have top capable people. And important is that the information that you give is never passed. Is always what you're going to do next. There's always the information of 3, 4, 5 minute maximum, and then obviously what you do after that. So too much information, also the players are going to get, I think, bit watered from the information that you get. So you need to focus on the short elements, the short informations. But in the end, I think they will do activation. There's always rooms on activation areas. And some of the top guys there, they have really good fitness coaches, and they will activate the players again to be injury-free when they come back on the field.
All right, Coach, enjoy the tea and the muffins and the croissants there, and always a great pleasure chatting to you. Enjoy the final. Hopefully I'll get to unpack it all come Monday as we look back at the final, and the world will have declared who the winner is. Just quickly, in your opinion, who's going to be lifting that trophy?
This is very, very difficult. I think never underestimate Argentina. They will come back. But Spain, the way how they're playing, the problem for me, the striking line, they want to keep the ball on the feet. So the Argentinian defense is actually good. When Merino comes in, he finds his gaps. But Spain really, I think, as much as my heart beats for Argentina, but I think my mind says Spain.
All right, the great Muhsin Ertugral. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, and good evening to the listeners.
Thank you very much, Muhsin Ertugral, joining us right here on hashtag MSW. And that's why I'm saying that if you haven't heard, Shield is now Rexona, a brand that you've trusted for years, is stepping forward with a bold new name. It is pronounced Rexona, simple, strong, and easy to remember. And this new name comes with a fresh new look and advanced body heat technology, so it gets to work every time you move, keeping you feeling confident all day. It is a proud partner, though, of Bafana Bafana, as well as Banyana Banyana. Rexona, it won't let you down. Well, that was the World Cup update here on hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide, powered by Rexona. It won't let you down.